Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Survivalschule.at. My name is Mike and today I want to show you a different but very efficient shelter. For this shelter configuration I've got myself a tarp, which is one side this olive green color and on the inside it's whole of this reflective mylar. And I want to try this for an emergency but also bushcraft shelter, which you can heat with a fire, and we want to take a look how it works out and how it is working in this snowy winter condition here. So stay tuned, I'll get the setup done and I'll be right back with you. First step is getting the tarp. And on this side I've cinched it down with some rope. On the other side I've taken one of those expanders or bungee cord, and the goal is to get two of these bungee cords, but the one I've bought yesterday have two big hooks, so I need to get one with smaller hooks. And the tarp is now set up. Why I've chosen this location here is because first you have a flat ground where you can sleep in. Second is that you have this small rock here which gives heat back into the shelter. And third, on the back side is this big rock. And right here where I'm standing now, so in this place here, very near the tarp setup, it's gonna be a big fire. So the heat from the fire will go into the shelter, reflected by the mylar and kept in there for warmth. The big rock behind my back now is reflecting this. The stone on the right side is reflecting this. So you should have a really nice warm area in there. But we will test it out and see how it's work. Well, one thing I think I'm gonna do is put this rope back off and get a bit more down up to the height of the rock. So it should be very flat, so that the warmth can circulate in it and kept in there, and yeah. Let's try it out. To seal off the backside of the tarp, you can either throw snow on it to close it, or in summertime you can lay a stick or some rocks on it. And I've already pushed the tarp down a bit. Let's take a look from the front side. There you have it. The back is sealed off, and I've a dead tree laying there on this side, and it would be better to block this side also. But at this point I'm very happy that the tarp is at its right angle and working great. And let's see how the rest of the shelter looks like when I've completed it. Well, the shelter itself is now nearly completed. I've blocked most of the side there and also on this side, and I've put inside a very lightweight isolation pad or isolation mat, and on top of it my wool blanket. So there's where the fire is gonna build, right at this platform here in front of the shelter. And as you can see, it's really good covered. One thing I want to mention is that this shelter construction is not for really heavy snow, because this may become a problem in the middle of the night, because when you sleep and all the snow is resting on top of the shelter, it may come too close down to you. And so in heavy snow you should choose a good location for this tarp setup. Otherwise, I think this is great shelter. Here I've tested the small piece of fat wood from Rob. Thanks, it's burning down there and hopefully the sticks will catch fire soon. Well, all the bushcrafters, or most of them, tell you if you make a fire, don't lay that much sticks on top of it, because you may push the fire down. But in these very wet and snowy conditions, it's very important to lay sticks in the proper way on top of the fire, because the fire underneath will dry them out, and otherwise they won't catch on fire and they won't burn that easy. So this small little tiny fire in there is now drying out all the bigger pieces on top. Another good thing about this shelter is that the wind is coming from the side of the shelter. So you may be better off by blocking this side on the shelter, but the good thing is that the smoke from the fire goes to the left and is not blown into the shelter. Well, I tell ya, in here it's much warmer than outside, and the fire is even burning just for a few minutes now. So once this fire is stoked up and the embers has built very well, it should be really toasty inside here. And when the coals are ready, you can even move them a bit towards to you, so you have more heat inside this blanket here. This mylar is not just reflecting the heat, so once you touch it, you can feel it is already warm. And the isolation mat and this wool blanket, I don't feel any cold from the ground, which is great. But all in all, I'm very happy with this setup. And oh yeah, now there is the warmth coming in. Great. Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate all your comments, all your support. See you on the next one. Mike from the Survivalschule.at.